One of the greatest stories ever told. Freedom. Let's go. What up? Now Michelle was a shorty who lived on the avenue. She did what she loved, did what she wanted to. Children, she had a few, baby daddies had a few. Got about 5 blood tests before she really knew. She was in it getting high, hanging at the club with a bunch of young thugs. Lane Ross and tote gun, walked around with their asses out, holding me mud. Just waiting for a reason to pull a nigga plug. One night from the club with the drunk driver driving, swerving in the road going up 385 when the car flipped over. Michelle was screaming, thought her life was over. But she was a soldier, somehow walked away. Went to her friend's funeral on that Thursday. Looked at her friend's family with nothing to say. But I'm gonna change my life, I gotta change my life. Now back at home, things was dysfunctional. Mama was a crackhead, the father that she never know. Brother was addicted to crack, can blame her mother for that. She ignored herself at 8 years old. She looked at her children, ashy with no clothes. Pissy diapers, nappy heads, and snotty nose. And that was the moment that she thought to herself. Thought about her children, her brother, her health. Thought about her mother on the pathway to death. And the first person didn't want to see it for herself. What she did, got a kid, she was working for this clown. Under golden arches at a restaurant across town. Now Michelle in her life was never told what to do. Never told stay in school, never had a curfew. Had a manager in the store, he was quite rude. He was told about the things that Michelle used to do. So he treated her like a slut, always feeling on her butt. Said, you my favorite squirrel, how about I get a nut? Michelle, she dealt with it for a little while. It was friendly at first, but then it got hostile. It was late one night, Michelle had to close. Just her and the manager when he locked the doors. He turned to Michelle and said, I know you's a hoe. You gon' suck this dick, girl, suck this dick. When he grabbed her, Michelle was just too tired to fight. She struggled, but she gave it up to him that night. Now that had never happened before, she gave it up freely. Never thought about rape, that thought was silly. But when the thought hit her and Michelle realized what had just happened, tears formed in her eyes. And on the ride home from despair to anger, blaming every man that she had for her hang-ups. She was on some shit like, fuck men. Black girl lost and found lost again. To escape the memory, she stopped fucking with men. Started fucking with the stripper from the block, Corinne. Michelle had changed, couldn't stand men. But wanted to look her in the eyes, a touch on the skin. It was 3 years later, she never pressed charges. Never said a word and went back to the golden arches. Then one night she was out with Corinne at the gentleman's club while Corinne was stripping. She was sitting by the door, look who walked in, it was him. The man with the hidden demons. She was shot, lost her breath, dropped her drink. Ran to the back to clear her head and think. Like now, motherfucker, long time no see. Do you realize what you did to me? It was hurting her so bad, her eyes couldn't see. Then everything came back to her so clearly. Everything she remembered, every thought she suppressed. From the smell of his breath to the drip of his sweat. The look in the eyes when he grabbed her around her neck. I squeezed so hard, I came so quick. Now the friends that she lost wouldn't have took that shit. They'd never got right till they got that bitch. So that was the moment she devised her a plan. On the very night she had to get her man. Went back to the dressing room, told Corinne about the whole shit, drama and the way it began. Corinne told Michelle a secret she never knew. Her stepdad molested her at the age of 2. She understood the thing Michelle was going through. Look her in the eye, baby, what you want me to do? So the plan was to get that nigga back to the home and make him think that he and Corinne was all alone. It was easy enough. He was filled with lust and it made him trust cause he was so eager to bust. Once he walked through the door, started talking mad shit, saying how much you call bitch, what you working with. Looked at Corinne, said fuck you hoe. Grabbed the girl by the neck, throw her down on the floor. Punched her in the belly, stepped on her feet. Slammed the child down on the love seat. Corinne got scared as she started to scream. Michelle came from the back, 380 with laser beam. Yelled, stop motherfucker, this your dying day. He said, drop the gun, bitches, no time to play. She was yelling obscenity with tears in her eyes. And it's about the time that the man realized that I know this bitch. Then he thought, oh shit, Michelle said something, this and unloaded the clip.